Christine. So, Mandy's going to record me doing a kitty because I can't do a stationary camera because cats are much more on the go. I've got a Maine Coon named Bear. I don't remember off the top of my head how old he is. I already have what's called an air muzzle on him. And that's because when I went to take him out of the kennel, his little kennel thing, she went for me. So, and then we decided to record him because this.
That made me jump.
So he's already gone after me with his back nails. He actually doesn't have front nails. I certainly don't advocate decline a cat because it's not humane. You're basically amputating their first knuckle. But as a cat groomer, with a cat that wants to kill you, it sure is nice to have one set that are safe. So I am trying to trim his nails. I've got 1 foot done. And I think I just have one nail left on the back. I like to trim before, especially when I've got a fractious cat, because he will scratch me multiple times during this groom. And I just want him to do it with dull nails instead of sharp nails. So we're gonna go to the tub. And the first time, and this is not my first time grooming Bear. The first time I actually shaved him, he was completely matted. And when I say matted, literally his entire body was one solid piece. Getting on a new glove. I have to use gloves for washing because I have really sensitive skin.
Hi, Bear.
So
He's
I'm
such
gonna put him back in. So what this air muzzle does, I'm gonna hip in. Think of it as a hamster ball. But what it does is he can still breathe. I can still see him and check on him, make sure he isn't panting. Panting is a really bad sign with grooming cats. It could be a sign of they can actually go into heart failure. I can't say failure. So this way I can check to make sure he's panting, that he's okay, and he can't bite me. So it's the best of all the worlds. There are other types of things that you can get. You can get gloves and stuff, but I find that the gloves slow me down. I am not concerned so much about being scratched as I am being bit. If I get bit by a cat, there's 80% chance it's going to get infected, and I'll have to go to Instacare to get an antibiotic. So we try to avoid the cat bites. And there is a client here, so we're going to take a short break. You can see I'm bleeding through my gloves. He probably won't go anywhere. Is Baxter? Yeah, Baxter! How you doing? There he is! He says freedom! Okay. And here we go. That's all ready for you. Okay. Do you want to make his next appointment?
Yes.
I don't think we have one. Can we do 10 weeks?
I think
Okay. I know Baxter. Baxter was very verbal today.
Oh.
Yeah, he wasn't having any of it.
He had a rough week. He had to see the vet this week too. So.
Okay. Is that why? Because he's always verbal,
Yeah.
but he always settles down. And so today I'm like, why is he so? Hey, you two, don't chip in. Okay. So if we do a Saturday, that would be April 25th.
Okay.
I do have an 8, a 9, an 11, or 1.
Let's do 11.
Okay, your time all set up.
All right.
Hey, you have a great weekend.
You too.
Bye, Baxter. Your bats and grooms all over with you. Just relax. Okay. So, back to Bear. I already got that filled out. I use various, cats tend to be greasy, and I use various products on them.
You can see my sticky notes.
Oh,
So
the
not to
sticky
forget the eye boogie.
Yes. And the one thing you have to worry about with cats is that they don't have added essential oils in them. The essential oils cats can't metabolize them, so they build up in the liver. So I use a recirculator even on cats. So I filled up the water. I did 1 squirt of shampoo. Now I'm not actually going to. Normally I would do blueberry facial on his face, but even on a cat. But it's not going to be safe for me to remove that muzzle, the air muzzle. So I'm actually not going to do his face. So if he has anything, his dad can take care of those needs at home. So this works great even for cats because what it's doing is it's working soapy water through the hair. So it allows you to get right down to the skin. Bear is on a regular schedule. Angus, I know I have a kitty, but you can't do that. There's actually, because the first time he came to me, he was so matted, and he does not like being shaved. And so the owner now brings him in every month or two. I don't remember his schedule. So that I can give him a bath because he's got such long, dense hair that, and he does not allow his dad to comb him out at home. So by doing a professional bath, by really getting him clean, getting out all the dead, shedded hair, we can prevent him from matting in the meantime. Now remember, he doesn't have any front claws. We don't want this to come off. We're going to re-stick that. I really don't want to look at him in the face. Because if I look at him, meet him in the eye, he's going to get mad and come at me. So this is warm water. And depending on the cat, I may do 1 bath, I might do 2. He flicked me. We're gonna need a towel.
Okay.
Oh, you can grab one from the cupboard. Grab one of those.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you got me in the face again. Okay. Can you come out this way? I know you don't want to. I know. Oh, that's hot water. That's dripping hot. Okay, so despite what others say, cats do need to be conditioned, especially if you're in a state like Utah, where it's near the bottom, so I'm going to cut out. Where we have it's really dry. It's the winter, so it's even drier. It has the added benefit of sealing the skin, so it seals the moisture in the skin. Helps prevent static electricity in the hair. Sometimes I will do the recirculator to distribute the hair or the shampoo, not the shampoo, conditioner completely. I'm not going to with him, so I'm just gonna rub it in most of him. And then rinse it. With a cat like this, I don't say he's aggressive as much as he's really, really angry at me. He doesn't like being groomed, including anything that his dad tries to do at home. With the air muzzle on, though, the cat doesn't present a danger to me. I do have cats that gonna go after Mandy. No, you're okay. Oh, he's got a sore on his neck. Huh. He's got a patch of missing hair, a couple scabs. I wonder what that's from. Don't think he's an outdoor cat. I just really want to rinse them well because conditioner left in a coat really extends the drying time, and we don't want to extend the drying time. So even though he really hates me right now, he's going to be happier to be done sooner. I have other cats that get so stressed during grooming that they present a risk to themselves. And those are the cats that I send to a groomer that has other people helping her, or that I recommend for sedation. And sedation, that means you take them to the vet can basically put them under. Okay, I'm gonna pick up your legs. You're not gonna like that. I know. See, I do not need to. I know, but we need to rinse your belly. Okay, we're gonna get that really bad. There are things that you can give cats CBD oil, and I have noted an improvement. Oh, see, now he's panting. So that's something I want to be very aware of. He stopped. So it's a good thing the bath's over. Okay. Come on. So I do have some clients that bring in their cats. They've given them CBD oil beforehand, and I have noticed an improvement in the stress level with the cats. I have not discussed that yet with this cat's owner because this cat isn't always like this. His last bath was pretty fractious. Oh, yeah, turn it off. And then this one has been, so that might be something I discuss with him. Even though I have CBD products here, it's not legal for me to administer anything to the pet. So if they are in need of something that kind of mellows them out, kitty Valium or doggy Valium, that is something I'll discuss with the owner and let them go to the vet and make arrangements for.
Do you want this chair?
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab this other one.
Okay. Okay. He might actually be okay to use a high velocity dryer on. So he sees his kennel.
You want me to grab it?
Yeah, let's move the kennel. He's trying to get to the kennel. Some cats feel more secure if they can hang their paws over the table. And this is one of a couple drying methods I have for cats. For cats that tolerate this fairly well, I can also try a high velocity dryer. A lot noisier, much stronger. There's a good portion of cats that won't tolerate that though. If they don't tolerate this, and despite his behavior, he actually is tolerating this. This is a reaction to just having me groom him. I also have a kennel or dryer that hangs on the outside of the kennel. That takes much longer to dry because the cat's kind of hunched down, so their bottom half never really dries. The best tool is basically to stay calm. If I let this kitty upset me, I'm going to add to the anxiety and stress of the cat. Not all dog groomers are also cat groomers, and they shouldn't be. Because cat grooming is nothing like dog grooming. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I always have a restraint system for the dogs. With cats, it's the opposite. You use the least amount of restraint that you can get away with. For me, that means the air muzzle. I only use the air muzzle on cats that I think are at a risk of biting me. And he definitely is at a risk of biting me because he tried to go for me in his kennel. But cats really do better when they don't have hardly any restraint. I am here, so I am resting my arm on the ball, but that's just because it's there. But I will hold him and pull him back if he tries to run away. But otherwise, he's sitting free on top of my table. I could never do that. I would never do this with a dog. With cats, you don't want to put any of the loops on them because cats are more unpredictable, and so they're more likely to bolt. And that could, if it's around their neck, that could actually kill them. It could snap their neck. Some groomers automatically go in and will scruff a cat. And by scruffing, what we mean is this area right here, that when they're kittens, the mother will carry them around by grabbing that area in her mouth and then carrying them around. And if I have really difficult cats, sometimes I will hold them in place by holding onto that scruff. But with a 28-pound cat, I am not going to be picking this cat up by the scruff. And for that matter, I'm not going to be using this scruff at all. I'm glad we didn't get his head wet because I wouldn't want to try to dry his head with this blade. And I am more likely to groom a cat, even a naughty cat, in this position, where I actually have my hands around them, not as a restraint, but to help them feel more secure. And sometimes they'll put their head underneath my armpit and they basically are hiding. I'm a certified feline master groomer, which means that I took extra schooling, took a bunch of tests to learn how to handle the different needs of a cat. I've also have done extra classes in holistic grooming. And the whole point of holistic grooming is it doesn't mean that I'm using nuts and berries to bathe the cat, but that I am being concerned with the whole well-being of the cat at this point. I'm using the least restraint possible. That's part of being holistic. And I recognize that there are times that you have to make sacrifices in a groom that in order to preserve the mental health of the cat, one of those sacrifices for this groom is I didn't wash his head. Another sacrifice with this groom is I'm not going to try to get him 100% dry, simply because it is so time consuming. It could take me 2 hours to get this cat fully dry.
I don't think it's worth it. So I'll get the cat 80 to 90% dry. And then let him dry, either waiting for the client or on his way home. With some cats, with this cat, another sacrifice is I won't shave this cat again. Because the shaving process, you see him and he's really mad and angry, the shaving process was worse. And this is not a cat that, people talk about, well, cats groom themselves. Cats don't groom themselves. Cats lick themselves. That process does help to remove some of the, straight or shedded hair. It does remove some dirt, but it's also redistributing saliva that has the protein that people are allergic to. It also doesn't remove mats. It doesn't remove the oils from the hair. So a lot of cats don't ever have to be groomed. Long hair cats typically have to be groomed. Especially with the one that we already know mats up without it. If he allowed his dad to comb him at home, and I'm watching this foot carefully because he's going to go after me. If he allowed his dad to comb him at home, he could get away with not professionally grooming. But there's nothing humane about a matted cat. It hurts. It's unhealthy. If you don't address it, it gets worse. So the holistic thing for this cat is to keep it regularly bathed. as if the only thing that makes a Maine Coon is size, and that's not the case. Maine Coons typically have little ear tufts, more pronounced, almost like lynx. Their muzzle is also a little bit different shaped. From their head, it's much more pronounced. Okay? He's still angry, but he's not panting. Cats have a compound hair follicle. You compare that with humans, we have simple hair follicles. That means for every hair follicle we have, only one single hair is being produced. Dogs have a compound hair follicle as well, but the difference is dogs have two different types of hair that grow. They have a primary and a secondary hair. Cats actually have three different types of hair. This helps them for waterproofing, helps them to maintain their body temperature. These longest little hairs, any cat, you look at them and they have these long, long, long hairs that stick up. Those are the primary hairs. Most of this hair here are the secondary or undercoat. And then you also have little fawn hairs, little fine hairs. You can see sometimes I grab the hair to move the skin. I'm not doing it in a way that's going to hurt them. And the reason you can tell that is he's not reacting when I do that, because if I were hurting him at this point, he would be letting me know. At some point I might switch him in order to reach his belly. He's kind of laying on his side now of his own choice. And I'm going to take advantage of that, but I'm pretty sure he hates having his belly messed with. So the most I'm going to try to do is comb out so that I can get any mats or dead hair out of there, but I'm not going to really go for his belly. A minute ago when he went after me, he didn't have the air muzzle on. He most definitely would have bit me. bottle's just soaking wet still. I can still squeeze out water from there. So if you contact your dog groomer and your dog groomer declines to groom cats, this is why. Cat grooming is so much more riskier than dog grooming. And most cat groomers I know, and I include myself in this, qualify as crazy cat ladies. So even though this cat's trying to kill me, I genuinely love cats. I genuinely think he's the most beautiful thing around. And that's part of why it doesn't upset me to groom him, because I'm not taking any of this personally. So this is, it's got some tangles there. Most of that's dead coat. So it's not a mat necessarily as it is tangled hair. So I'm gonna comb that out as much as he will allow. Because if I leave this dead hair, it will mat up. And then next time he comes in, I'm gonna have a more difficult job on my hands. I'm just using steady, slow pressure as I'm combing. I'm not yanking. Because what I want to do is that's all hair that's dead. But if I just slowly, gently work my way through it, it's going to work its way out of the skin. I'm being very, very careful with his belly. This is side of his belly. I'm glad he's laying this way because it helps me. If I run into a mat, a lot of times I'll take I will take the end of my comb and just run it through. Or I'll take the end of my comb and try to separate it. Almost like separating a skein of yarn that's gotten in a tangle. At no point do I want this process to hurt. This is why when people want groomers to demat a dog or demat a cat, why we won't do it is because we don't want the process of grooming to hurt. And that's Bear's dad. So I just texted him that I'm still working on him so that he can relax and go off the table. We need to read the video. I know. That was a good kid. Thanks. Only about 10% of my clientele are actually cats. I've gotten a reputation in the grooming industry as being a cat expert, but I think that's mostly because I'm really good at Google. I've attended a ton, I've done a lot of educating myself on cats, but if there's a question I don't know, I just Google it. So apparently that makes me an expert, or a Google expert. I teach classes to other groomers on selecting shampoo. And that's, among other groomers, among the grooming industry, that's what I'm most known for. And that all started because after going through the grooming school, I was using the shampoo that they had recommended as a great degreaser shampoo. And I noticed a couple of the cats that I was bathing started to salivate, meaning just they slobbered, hypersalivation, I don't pronounce it right. So they're hypersalivating. And I was a little concerned, but that's listed as one of the signs of a stressed out cat. I'm like, well, I am bathing, I am grooming this cat. So yeah, it's probably going to be stressed out. But I just was worried about that. This is a shampoo that smelled like oranges. And at the time, it was the most frequently recommended shampoo for use on cats. It just kept on happening. I kept on having cats that would start salivating in the tub, and these were cats that weren't stressed out. I'm like, well, that can't be stress. And so I started doing a little research and discovered that the most likely cause of that was an ingredient called limonene. Limonene is found in the rind of oranges and other citrus fruits. It's in products like Goo Gone. It is an excellent degreaser because it's actually a solvent. It breaks down the oils. It's not a surfactant like a detergent is. The problem is that limonene is an essential oil. It's one that has a benzene ring structure as opposed to a long chain structure. It's highly volatile, meaning it breaks down very easily. And it just so happens that cats can't digest it. It's a toxin to cats. So I was horrified to learn that every single time I had a cat that started hypersalivating in the tub, that is the first sign of poisoning. Basically, I was poisoning those cats totally unaware because I was using a shampoo that was being recommended as for use on cats. Even the manufacturer said that it could be used on cats. The manufacturers denied that it had limonene. Even though the consistency of the shampoo, it was more, instead of like a shampoo, it was more oily. It smelled like oranges. So it had all the hallmarks of containing limonene, and yet they denied that it contained limonene. I was pretty angry and went on a one-woman press because the manufacturers did disclose the ingredients of that shampoo. So unlike human hair care products, when you use anything in your shower, you can turn that bottle around and you can look at all the ingredients in there. There's laws regulating how those ingredients are listed. They're by concentration. So you have the strongest, what's most concentrated, to the least. They have to disclose, other than like fragrance, they don't have to tell you the fragrance ingredients. But that's not the case in the grooming industry. Manufacturers do not have to list ingredients. They do not have to tell groomers on demand. So contacting this company, they lied to me and said it didn't contain limonene. They continued to lie about it. So that started my quest in trying to discover and actually make a list. So I started making a list of shampoo manufacturers that marketed to groomers, whether or not they listed all of the ingredients in their shampoo. Also, as part of this ongoing saga with this manufacturer that listed that claimed that their product did not contain limonene, yet everyone who knew anything about it was pretty sure it did. No, you don't want to know. Yeah, I know. My father is actually a I got you. He's a biochemist. So he's an analytical biochemist. He actually makes a living taking samples of all different types of products and figuring out what's contained in that sample. Whether it's a sample of the air, sample of the water, dirt. I mean, basically you can take a sample of anything and pay to have an analytical laboratory tell you what's in it. They do this a lot at businesses. If you have a person, if you work at a business and people start getting sick, that business is going to want to know why those people are getting sick. Is it something that's in the workplace? And of course it's a liability issue. If I'm working at somewhere and I'm getting sick, I might be tempted to sue my work and say, hey, you're the one making me sick. So that's what my dad does. He takes these things and tells what's in them. So I took a sample. I bought this shampoo, and I hadn't used it for years. I stopped using it years and years ago. But I bought a little bottle at a trade show, and I took it to this analytical laboratory, and I had it analyzed. So I paid, I think, $350, and I had one specific question, because I couldn't afford to have, say, here's a sample, tell me what's in it. If I had a couple $1,000s, I could do that. I could take that in and they could tell me exactly what's listed in there. Not sure who's coming up. What are you doing? What's that? And it just happens that I'm working on a cat, and that's the only time I can. Could you come back in a half an hour? Could you drive around for a little bit? Because I have maybe 30 minutes left on the kitty. And then I go. Yeah, cats are the only situation where I can't leave them. Yeah. About 30 minutes, that's all it should take. Okay, we'll see ya. Hey. So I do walk-in nail trimming for dogs. And normally if I'm working on a dog, I can put the dog aside and trim the dog's nails. But with cats, I don't leave them. Right now, this guy's my priority. But so, anyways, I paid this laboratory, and my question was, does this shampoo contain limonene, and at what percentage? I guess it was two questions. It was, does it contain limonene, and if it does, at what percentage does it? It was analyzed by two different chemists to verify their results. Neither chemist told the other one what their result was until the end. And both confirmed that that shampoo that had been recommended for cats for years contained limonene at a percentage of 5%. Remember, speaking directly to the manufacturer, I have emails from the manufacturer denying that it contained it. And all of a sudden I had proof that the manufacturer was lying, and that this ingredient that was being used worldwide by professional groomers and even just cat owners indeed had an ingredient that was poisoning the cats that were being used on. So that's probably more of the reason that I'm considered a cat expert, is because then I became an advocate about using, because now we know that you can't trust whether a shampoo is labeled as safe for cats, because I have plenty of examples of a shampoo that does have disclosures, so meaning they have all the ingredients listed. They contain essential oils like tea tree oil, and yet right on the label it says that that shampoo is safe for cats. Tea tree oil is another ingredient that's toxic to cats. There are documented deaths of cats from tea tree oil. So I began teaching classes on how to read shampoo bottles, how to understand labeling, and how to make intelligent choices as a groomer. I take the fact that my owners trust me with their pets very seriously, and it is my job to be as educated, as informed as possible, so that I'm making choices that are safe for the pets. So I've been a very outspoken advocate against using products with essential oils, and nowadays they're being added to shampoos because we think they're healthy, because they're natural. And for humans, they may not have any adverse effects as a shampoo additive, but for cats, they're having a definite negative effect. Now I'm going to turn this off so that I can try to get to his belly. I think this is as dry as I'm going to try to get him. And you can see that you can get just as beautiful results with just a regular shampoo. The shampoo I used was labeled for dogs, but can be used on cats because it doesn't contain anything that is harmful for the cats. But unless you've actually, attended one of my classes or done your research, you wouldn't know that. Okay, we're going to turn you this way. I know. You see he's quite damp on his bottom, meaning bottom, not his bum, but his bottom. But that's okay. I'm going to comb this out and call that good. I know. Just lick your chops. Okay, I'm trying to rotate him. So I comb out the backs of their feet because they actually, hair gets stuck in there, so, and can cause matting if you don't comb it out. Some cats, I might do a sanitary, meaning I might shave out around his bum, but we're not going to do that because I don't think he would tolerate it very well. So all I'm going to do is just make sure this area is combed out so that in between Bear can take care of it on his own. Cats are
Okay. Okay. Her feet aren't very good. Yeah, so he's pretty. Just one last time around. This is, I'm gonna get his chest. He's being. I know. Okay. There you go. That is Bear. And we're gonna call that good for now. The trick now is to get him back in his kennel without him murdering me. Because I have to take off that, so. Generally the cat is so happy to be going home, and the minute so cats, I don't know if I can see that, but cats don't like to go into their kennels at home. But once they're done at the groomers, they are more than happy. You go? To get back into their kennels. Okay. So, I am going to I don't think he's going to come shooting out of here. Okay. But I'm going to watch very carefully. Make sure he doesn't. Okay, there you go. Here is a real groomer. You see, that's a real groomer grooming a cat.